Recording in progress.
Get rid of that.
Yes.
I got
It started, guys.
Hello, world. This is the Promethean hour, where we
has a name.
Oh, please no.
off the cuff.
Has a name.
Oh, what's it called?
Off the cuff.
Off the cuff, unfiltered, raw.
With the mother.
With the mother. Raw and unfiltered. And look who's here in studio, not in Ohio, here in New York with us.
Doxed him.
We've got. I didn't. Rory is joining us here in New York, and Dan and myself, and Jim is just a little west of us, a few miles west of us. Jim, why don't you give us your address, and so people can come say hello.
No, that's okay. You can keep that. Nobody needs to know that.
Fine. We're talking today. We're going to talk about.
I guess people don't really know where we are located, even generally, right?
I mean, we could be
on paper. We're in Ohio.
Yes, Ohio.
On paper, we're all with Rory on Ohio.
We all live with Rory in Ohio.
We're a couple hundred miles away from Rory.
Yeah,
so people, make your guesses in the comments, and we'll tell you if you're right.
Yes.
You win 1,000 points if you guess correctly. Today, we're going to talk about. We never really planned a big surprise. Was hence off the cuff or whatever we call our show. But we were just chatting about voice actors.
Well, we were talking about how we didn't like the sound of our own voices,
right.
And like and generally, no one likes the sound of their own voices. And that.
Who were you saying? What is his name? The actor from
the British accent.
Matt Berry.
Matt Berry. I love his voice, and as Americans, we always like British voices for some reason. It's funny.
Do they get bad guys and good guys?
Yeah, and well, that's why like British Top Gear is way better. American Top Gear. Sorry.
That's why like people like Dan TDM do so well as YouTubers. British accents.
Probably fake.
Maybe we should fake British accents.
I'm not going to try.
Hello. Welcome to our show on the Promethean Hour.
Okay, you can stop now.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm
sorry to all of our British listeners. So sorry.
English, not quite Irish.
Oh gosh. Oh. Stop it, all of you. Okay, I'm too close to the microphone too. The microphone, see, I gotta push this way. Sorry, everyone, turn your volume down where applicable. We were going to talk about voices and how voice acting, but can make the show, can make the show, and voices that carry across when you hear, you're like, that's the voice from.
Yeah, but I think it goes both ways. That if you don't recognize the person doing the voice, they're also doing a good job.
They're doing a great job.
It's like Matt Mercer does voices for every video game.
Yeah. Or Scooby Doo and Megatron.
Casey
are the same voice. It's Frank Welker.
Frank Welker,
was Shaggy. Yeah. But he was also Jason on Battle of the Planets. If you're one of our older listeners from way back,
one of our aged listeners, well,
like me.
Well, yes, and the voice.
Jason?
What?
Sorry, I think I might have gotten my Battle of the Planets names wrong. But Mark, he was Mark, I think. Jason was the.
You don't know. And he voiced half the Transformers.
What?
Who did?
Yeah, like it was like him and Peter
Cullen.
Voice of Optimus Prime, help me.
Cullen?
Clapton.
Yeah. The two of them did like 5 or 6 voices aside from their 2 key roles. And you just don't pick up on like I think Peter Welker is like, or not Peter Welker. Peter, shoot, you just said
Cullen.
Cullen.
Yeah. He's the voice of like Ironside too, or something like that, right?
Or even like Mark Hamill,
and
like the voice he did for the Joker, like that was totally unrecognizable as Mark Hamill, but that's just a phenomenal performance.
Well, I mean, but Hank Azaria and all the voices he does.
Simpsons, in the new Spider-Man cartoon movie.
Who's that?
Nick Cage.
Oh, the Spider-Man War. Yeah,
okay,
pretty awesome.
They're gonna give him his own show.
Are they really?
And I just watched. Steve Carell does a lot of good voices. Of course, Gru,
Marisha Ray, everybody from that with the tabletop D&D.
Yeah,
Critical Role.
Yeah, those guys. So for those who are hiring, anyone who's hiring voice actors, we would love to.
In the comments, let us know whose voice you like most.
Which voice do you like best.
If you need a pubescent voice,
I got it.
It's like rip us apart. Like anything. Just interact with us in the comments.
sounds like a 13-year-old boy.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do.
Having once been a
I can do
13-year-old
anything but I guess a manly
Like a
voice.
manly
No
man.
manly voices. I'm sorry, that's where I draw the line. I'm incapable of
boy.
that.
If you need accent, we can do accent.
We can do bad accents.
Very bad.
We can racially appropriate with our bad accents and make people upset with us
It's
too.
no problem. We fix it.
If you want. So Hank Azaria, Simpsons, you have this cast of characters. The Gargoyles was like all the Star Trek Next Gen.
Yeah. Oh,
That's Gargoyles.
Guys,
Yeah.
Gargoyles. It was
That
Deanna
Riker.
Troy, Beta, Riker.
Frakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna use their real names? Okay.
Right.
Marina Sirtis and
I only know Frakes
Jonathan
from
Frakes.
Fact and Fiction. Beyond Belief.
We made it up. Yep. Wait,
Not this time.
not this.
I don't know that one. You're going way over my
You
head.
don't
on
know
that one.
Fact or Fiction
Oh, he's
with
become
John.
a meme.
Oh, yeah.
He's become a meme because of it now.
Didn't
You
we use
can
it?
find
We did use it on our Instagram many months ago.
and there's great people have slowed him down,
and he's
and it sounds like he's like drunk and interrogating you about
it's
like,
hilarious.
random.
You have to have
stupid
seen it,
things.
Jim.
It's great.
Have you ever noticed in the Jonathan Frakes? You gotta he's someone saying hello. to
Okay,
Jim.
we'll
It's
we'll
okay.
keep the show going.
We're gonna
We gotta keep it alive
It's a Jim
without
had an
Jim.
interruption.
Jim
That's
is gone.
what happens when
Never,
you work from home.
What's that a
Jim
picture of?
was-
Is that
That's Jim.
That's Jim.
that's Jim?
Yeah, he's professional.
Baby beard.
Look at Jim,
Very
all professional, smiling.
Anyway,
So the Rocky and Bullwinkle voices, I love those voices. The old cartoon voices.
pull a rabbit out of my head.
Yeah, nothing up this sleeve, nothing up my other sleeve. I sound like a Brooklyn Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Capiche?
Look
Look at my sleeve, capiche?
So no, the woman who always does the witch voices. We should have looked these up, but like
Yeah.
those voices.
Well, we didn't
are
know we were
iconic.
going to talk about this until
No.
2 minutes ago.
Well, but then like Mel Blanc, my goodness, like
Yes,
his
the range, the ability. Are we still? I hope we're still recording.
We're still live. It still says recording up there,
Okay.
so that's good.
Like one of we were talking about before, we were just talking about Venture Brothers. And
Yeah.
I remember reading or seeing somewhere early on that like they initially, I think they initially planned it as a comic book, and then somehow it morphed into a show.
Yeah.
And like the voices on that show are like I'd say 90% of what makes it hilarious.
Yeah.
Like like having Warburton as Brock Sampson and like whoever, I don't know who's doing the voice of the Monarch. I can't remember the dude's name. I'm sorry.
Monarch.
But he's great. But he does like a bunch of different
Doctor,
voices.
this is the girlfriend.
Yeah, and like one of the Doc Hammer does the voice of
Yeah.
Dr. Girlfriend, which is
Yeah.
hilarious. And so it's like the voices
Yeah.
like you couldn't get that across in
Yeah.
a comic book. It's like one of the weaknesses of comics versus like having a show.
Well, Rick and Morty. Who's the guy? Who's the Rick and Morty guy? I'm sorry, the Mason.
Seth.
No, it's not Seth. Oh my God, why am I? Not Dan Harmon, but the other dude.
The other guy.
Roiland, Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
Sorry. Jeez.
He's Lemon Grab in Adventure Time, and
And
he's
he's on Gravity Falls.
and
too.
Gravity
The
Falls.
time
He's a time
travel.
tra-
It's the same voice.
Yeah,
It's Rick.
His-
Morty's voice.
yeah, his voice is distinctive and
Yeah.
funny. He can't get away from it. He does
It's like
that.
he's either Rick
Yeah.
or Morty
Morty.
or a
Or-
slight variation
yes.
of those two.
But
Morty,
same thing with
get
that.
in here.
Yeah, that voice. I can't replicate it. But like the time traveler guy
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
And the voices make it.
As
Adventure
soon as I
Time.
heard it, I was like, "Oh my God, that's Morty."
Adventure Time's voices. Well, geez, I wish we could look the Jake the dog, but also Bender. That
Yes.
guy's
yeah.
voice.
Yeah.
He's in a bunch of stuff too, and you hear it because he's one of those. His voice is so distinctive. He'll do a variation on it, but you're like, that's
So how do
Bender.
they keep their jobs if they're just doing their own voices every time?
Well, they have it.
I mean,
They're just.
I guess you suspend disbelief or
We
watch
just have
something
an
visually
awesome
different.
voice, right?
Yeah.
I love it.
Like, there's enough of a difference between Jake and Bender that,
Yeah.
like, it's like, but it's like,
Or the
you sure it's the same guy?
the
It's
guy-
the same guy, right? You sure
it is.
about
Oh,
that?
positive. Yeah, the guy who Pinky in the Brain, who always does Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His voice. Yeah.
Have you seen the I forget what it's called. It's Matt Berry in the recording booth. It's a different show that he does, and it's got these like younger like editors or whoever outside the recording booth, and they're talking to him. He's like, I can't hear you. Press the bleeding button. He does it like 5 times before they. Can you hear me now? Yes. Now that your hand is on the button, I can hear you. Okay. So what our clients want is a.
I'm sure we probably talked about Orson Welles doing his voiceover acting for the what's a gong
for the frozen peas.
Yeah, or just like him, like anyone lose. We talked about Casey Kasem already losing his mind doing voice recording, but all that stuff. Shatner, you got to look at all these because those are all classic.
The Shatner one where he's with a sound,
when he's
sound engineer tells him, "Did you have a little more energy or whatever?" He's like, "Oh, well, why don't you do it?"
The best is like you hear him laugh, like, "Oh, this guy's in so much trouble."
Yeah,
and then he got.
And he's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
He's like, oh no, please show me how you want the second part to be read.
Oh, it's so bad. I feel so bad. Well, and then the Orson Welles one that's old, which the critic, the John Lovett cartoon plays off the parody of the Frozen Peas with the green. And they play the Orson Welles. That's that guy's voice. Sheesh, I wish we could have these guys these names.
There's got to be someone that still plays his radio show.
Orson Welles and stuff, or
24/7.
Oh well,
we need the Mercury Theater.
Yeah, we need that. We need Casey Kasem. We need Rush Limbaugh. We need all these voices that are super unique.
Oh yeah, the Paul Harvey.
Yeah.
Find a golden
Garrison Keillor.
Yeah, Garrison Keillor. Yeah, those are
We're all children are above average.
Yep.
Our lady of perpetual responsibilities like hosting their annual bake sale.
Like Wobegon, my hometown out there on the prairie.
Completely lost it. I know the show without Jim.
Okay,
totally. You know what? We have not gone off topic though.
But we've been on voice.
Normally by now we'd be talking about Taft and Chris Christie and stuff like that. And we're not. Like,
AI and Jack Nicholson and Jack Nicholas and we have no idea. We have been going. I think we're reaching the end of our time here.
We should just keep going until Jim's come back.
Jim,
we don't know where.
Okay.
We can't stop recording until Jim
has
back.
to stop.
We have to. Only when Jim hits stop.
Only
we can't stop it.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so now we can continue. We just sat here in silence, Jim.
No, I could hear you the whole time.
We're just about ready to stop talking.
Great.
Everything.
I'm ready to start. No.
Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Okay, good. That's right.
Thank you guys for all your viewership.
Likes,
Jim, you should have had the moment. Who was that congressman or whatever who was on camera, live, and his kid comes running in.
His housekeeper comes in and grabs the kids and crawls out.
Yep.
I love it. We have a lot of hyperlinks to add to our description.
Fantastic. I will ignore all of them.
On the bottom.
Orson Welles,
Casey Kasem again.
Matt Berry.
Yeah,
did you say Halle Berry?
Not Halle, Matt.
She's from
Matt. We just talked about Matt.
Halle Berry.
She went to the college that I went to. Yeah.
No.
The guy I worked for in the body
department. Worked at it?
She just went to the college.
Oh.
The guy I worked with tutored her when she was there. That's why she
all right, we do need to wrap up. We've been filming for a while.
And Jim comes back and we're instantly off topic.
Yep. Come on, man.
We were on top the whole time
wait till you watch the video, Jim.
I don't believe that at all.
Anyway, anyone out there who needs to make a cartoon and wants voices for it, we will happily
absolutely
voice accents. I think your voices.
Actually, we would probably be really good at
it.
And on that note.
For you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I let you guys go for 20 minutes while I wasn't here. So on that note, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and do all of the things on YouTube. And you can check out our Patreon.
Tell your friends. Fax this video to your friends so they get to see it. All right.
Absolutely.
For all of our octogenarian fans out there.
That's right.
All right.
Bye.
It's been a good show. You like my voice?
It's a spicy meatball.
Oh, that hurt. That hurt.
Bye.
Bye.
Recording stopped.